Hello friends, today's topic is my year with a goatee. Shaved it off last week, and so I'd like to share with you what my year has taught me, what it's shown me. So I did a video a couple months ago about it a little bit, but this is a bit different because it's at the end of it now, or the end of this chapter at least. So I started growing the goatee a year ago just because I received internal guidance to stop messing with the hair on my face, to stop waxing, to stop plucking, to stop using cream, just to let it be natural. So I did that, and it was hard to start with. My gosh, it was so hard to do something which in my mind was very different to what women should be doing. Like, as a woman raised in Australia, like, I was sort of taught, like, just don't have hair there. Like, I'm not sure that anyone told me that. It's just I saw all the other women and they didn't have hair on their chin. They weren't having goatees or beards, and it's just, we don't grow hair there. But as I got older, I came to realise, oh, I do grow hair here when nobody else does. Like, I don't see anybody else with chin hair, so maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only woman that grows chin hair. Yeah, that's not the case. It's not the case at all. I've spoken to a number of women about facial hair now over the last year, and it's sort of 50-50, I think, with the women that do and the women that don't. I think it's an age thing. I think the hormones change, and maybe you get more hair on the chin, but it's also a heritage thing. I think some of us are a bit more predisposed to being hairy, and some other people that are a bit more light-skinned, maybe lighter hair, perhaps don't do it. That's just the observations from the people that I've spoken to. So my year made me really reflect on gender norms. Feels like a bit of a con, the way women are conditioned to treat their bodies, like that we shouldn't have hair. We shouldn't have hair on our upper lips, or hair on our chins, or hair, or unruly hair. Like, a little bit of hair is acceptable above the eye, but not too much. Like, don't have caterpillars. Like, no. I'm allowed to have hair on my body. I'm allowed to have hair on my face. This is the way my face was created. Society. It's incredible that we can be taught to hate naturally occurring things on our body. Like, I'm reluctant to use the word hate. It's a strong word, and it's not really something I've used much throughout my life. But like, in reflection, I could see that I'd hate the fact that I had a hairy upper lip, and feeling like in the minority that most women didn't, until I started learning, oh no, just lots of waxing happens, and lots of cream and shaving, and just like, why are we doing this? So I thought I'd take a year out just to teach me more about what I was doing. So I think when we choose something, we have to be able to choose its opposite to actually know what we're choosing at all. I went to a Gabor Mate talk last year. Oh, he's amazing. If you don't know who he is, Google him. You won't be disappointed. And what he said is, like, you need to be willing to say no, or your yeses don't mean anything. That really resonated with me. You need to be able to say no, or your yeses don't mean anything. And so I think with that can apply to anything, not just the verbal use of no and yes to another person, but to ourselves, to our choices, to the way we treat our bodies. So I kept saying no to my chin hair, and no to my upper lip hair, and no to excess eyebrow hair. So I decided to start saying yes, just come, just grow, let's be natural. It's a different topic about the hair on my legs. I haven't shaved that for over a year either. And I don't plan on. But it's a bit different, especially, well, it's winter here. Not that you can tell with this glorious sunshine, but the legs don't get as much action as the face does. Now, does it? So I started saying yes to my chin hair. And so simultaneously, I was saying no to the conditioning of what it means to be a woman in this country, in this day and age. It felt good to shave it off. It also felt a bit anticlimactic. It's like, oh, that's it. A year of going through all of those thoughts, all of those feelings, all of those looks from people, the conversations I've had with friends, a couple strangers too, I might add, and then just a couple of these ones, and it was done. It was over. I was just like, oh. I don't want my body to feel like I don't like it. My body needs to know that it's safe with me. Me as the consciousness, me as the energy, as me as the soul. My body needs to feel safe to flourish in its natural state. I felt real brave during this last year. Not in those first couple of months. I just thought, wow, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I could handle the judgment from people. But it wasn't the judgment from other people that I needed to handle. It was the judgment that was within. It was all those years of believing that I'm not allowed to have chin hair. All of those thoughts I had to look at, those internal judgments that I had to extract and say, it's okay, you're safe, I'm not judging you. It's okay, we got some hair, not a big deal. You know, there are bombs being let off in countries. There are people starving, there's violence. It happens everywhere. It's a bit of hair. It's not a big deal. Like, we need to keep things in perspective when we're choosing things. We blow them out of proportion. Like when I'd have those moments when I'm looking into different countries and into their politics and to find out what's happening in places like Myanmar, it's just like this pales in comparison. It's a non-issue. Yeah. And it's just like, but what is our measuring stick? Where are we looking at? Are we looking at all the other women with their hairless chins? Are we looking at some really substantial political issues? Well, global issues. And it's just like, what matters and what doesn't? I've spent too much of my life being a bit caught up in things that don't matter. That's not who I want to be anymore. That's not to say that I'm going to ignore my feelings. Can't ignore my feelings. They're my truth, they're my guidance system, and I can't ignore my thoughts. They're the ones that need to be worked out and worked through and released. I can't be carrying the noise, and I can't be suppressing it. But I've got to, I deal with it. Like I do something a little bit left field like this, and it brings up all of that conditioning and what's important and what's not important, and I take care of it, and it's like, cool, next. I have more undivided attention then to focus on things that really matter to me, and we get to decide what matters to us. So my year with a goatee has taught me I don't care about the hair on a person's face. I don't care how much hair I do or don't have. And if I can get to that point with my own face, I've then been taught how to get to that point with everyone else's faces. Like, I don't care what they look like. I just want to know, are they happy? Do they feel comfortable? Do they feel at peace and at ease within? That's what I want to know. Are they okay? In closing, I'd like to invite you to say no to something that you've said yes to for years. Just to make sure you know what you're choosing. I love you. Have fun out there.